Hello everyone, this is Jumps. Welcome to another video. Today we're back to another rant. I know I said I wasn't going to do another rant video, but I'll be honest, it's either this or no videos about Overwatch. So yeah, I rather did this just to say goodbye to our good old friend before we move on to Marvel Rivals. Before going, make sure you like the video, make sure you sub if you like it. Anyways, let's get going. The first thing I want to talk about is the new game modes, which it's really subjective in my opinion. I don't think there's a bad game mode in Overwatch. Like 2CP wasn't bad, it's kind of subjective. But again, this is my rant video, so I'll give my opinion on these new game modes. First of all, we have the push game mode. I'll be honest, this game mode really pushes.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh my fucking god, kill me. It really pushes the deathmatchy style of Overwatch 2 and 5v5 to a new level. Cause I don't know, when I'm playing push, it feels like everyone is everywhere. Just deathmatch with a robot. Does that make sense? It might be just me because I throw my games, but it feels like that. Overall, the game mode is not that bad, but you know, compared to the old ones from Overwatch 1, something's missing. I think it's because there's no rotation in the map. You're always on the same map, and because it's asymmetrical, it looks all the same. It doesn't matter if you're on your side or the enemy's side, it's gonna look the same. So it kinda gets boring. When you look at Control, for example, Control doesn't have this problem. Because although the map is asymmetrical, when you cap a point, you go to another map. It's always changing, it feels fresh every round. With push, there's just one round, it's just deathmatch, push the robot. That's not the magic of Overwatch. I don't wanna just push a bot while kill people. There's gotta like be a point. The next game mode I would like to talk about is Flashpoint. This game mode just fucking blows. I know a lot of people like Flashpoint, but for me, it's somehow worse than Push. Whose idea was this? Like, there's a game mode in COD that's basically the same thing. I'm not playing Overwatch to play COD, and honestly, they're making Overwatch 2 feel closer to COD with each fucking new content drop. Like, the Flashpoint game mode reminds me of COD. The deathmatch style of push reminds me of COD. I'm not there to play COD, I'm there to play fucking Overwatch. I mean, at that point, I'll just, I don't know, dude, hop on, what's the most recent COD? Black Ops 4? Black Ops 6, there you go. Fucking hell, 4. Am I retarded or something? Next, it's obviously Clash, the new game mode, which, surprisingly, I kinda like it. I know it's crazy to hear this, but it's genuinely a fun game mode. It suffers the same problem as Push though. Kinda looks the same in both sides, but unlike Push, it does feel like an Overwatch game mode. It feels like one team is defending and the other is attacking all the time. It doesn't feel like a deathmatch with a bot in the middle, like Push. You can feel when you're defending and when you're attacking. It's exactly like what the devs want it to be. It's a 5CP, just 2CP but bigger, and both teams attack/defend at the same time. Okay, now skins. Am I crazy for saying that I think there was more skins in fucking Overwatch 1 Season 30 than we get nowadays in Overwatch 2? At least when it comes to character variety. Like, in one Christmas event of Overwatch 2, how many skins we got? In one Christmas event, we got like 4 new skins, I think. While in Overwatch 1, we would get like 6-7 skins in one Christmas event. Yeah, we would get like one more skin in Overwatch 1 in the graveyard seasons. How crazy is that? Another point about skins I want to make is, why is Kiriko and Reinhardt so favored? You know what I mean? The devs clearly have some favoritism towards those two. Ryan got 2 fucking collapse skins in 1 season. And let's not talk about Kiri, because she had 1 skin every fucking season. I'm pretty sure there was no season where they missed a skin for Kiriko. Then we have characters like Venture. That's basically the most fun DPS for me right now. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that love Venture too. They don't get fucking skins. They're left with their recolor epic skins, while Kiriko gets like 20 fucking legendary skins a month. How is that fair? And listen, that's not a big problem in the game. It's more like a casual problem. They shouldn't add that much skins for a character, because it kind of removes the, oh man, a new skin, I gotta buy it feeling to it, you know? Because if I already have 18 skins of this character, why would I buy more? And I mean, they're selling because people buy it. Sadly, that's the truth. But come on, dude, give the spotlight to someone else, you know? Enough Kiriko, enough Ryan, enough Mercy. Now, we're gonna talk about the sensitive topic here, which is the balance. I've seen a lot of people saying the balance not that bad. I disagree. The balance is fucking awful in this game. And I understand, a lot of people say, oh, but it's just not Overwatch. Other games also have these problems. Yeah, they do. It's completely normal. You think Overwatch is the worst game ever just because they will allow double shield to happen? Fucking hell no. There's a ton of other games that has bad metas as double shield. The difference is, in those games, those metas were fixed. In Overwatch, they doubled down on it. We had goats, they couldn't fix Brig. They make roll Q instead of fixing fucking Brig. They doubled down on fucking the game. Then, in roll Q, which a lot of people liked, I'll not lie. I don't like roll Q, by the way, but that's fine. In roll Q, we had double shield. They make an October patch where they fucking fix the problem. Somehow, someway, they just randomly throw in updates and they fix the fucking problem. What do they do next? They buff Orisa. They give Orisa headshot negation during Fortify. I mean, at that point, you're just doing to kill your game. That my theory is that they want to make Overwatch 1 as bad as possible, so that when Overwatch 2 came out, it would feel better. And it did at first, I'll not lie. But then it just started to feel like the boring deathmatch. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who felt that. Like, first it was fun because it was new. Then it started feeling like a deathmatch, like 1 month or 2 months afterwards. I don't know, at least that's how it happened for me. I thought in Overwatch 2, they would make it better, they would fix the balance. They didn't, by the way. I think it's obvious by this point, they didn't. I'm not sure if they changed the dev team, like the balance designer, at least the lead balance designer from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2. But right now, the current balance designer, I think is Josh No, something like that. I'm not sure it's changed from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2, but I'm pretty sure that's the current guy. I'll be honest, they gotta fire him. I mean, I know this sounds harsh, and I don't like to see people getting fired, of course. Like, it's sad to see someone lose their jobs, but at this point, if they want to balance the game well, if they want to save the fucking game, they gotta just take the guy out of here, please, for fuck's sake. I mean, no offense to the guy, but he doesn't know what he's doing. Because in Overwatch 2, let's see the changes. First, they make tanks really strong. Of course, there's only one tank, right? So the supports suffer because of it. What they do? They buff the supports. We had those, 6 seasons of support watch, which was fucking awful. No one would die. In season 7, it was as bad as Double Shield, if not worse. And then we had season 9. And in season 9, they made the big changes with the DPS passive, the health pool changes, and what happened there? The tanks got fucked. Now you would think, oh, we made a mistake, we're gonna go back, right? That's the logic thing to do. They don't do that. They double down on the mistake again, and they buff the tanks. Now, eventually, one wall is gonna start crying. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the support wall, sadly. Either that or the DPS role. I think the DPS players are the ones crying the most right now. No offense with saying crying, but that's what it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. And eventually they'll buff the DPS, and they'll have to buff the support, then they'll have to buff the tank. That's just how it's gonna go. And a part of that is because of 5v5, and we'll get there like sooner. But that's not the main reason I think that's happening. I used to think 66 would also solve everything in the game, but honestly, I'm not sure about it anymore. I understand that the balance could be better in 66, and 5v5 does cause some problems towards the balance. And I feel for the balance team because they have to deal with these changes, right? I'm pretty sure it's not their choice for the game to be 5v5. And if it is, well, you brought that to yourselves, guys. Still, I think there should be a good state of 5v5, right? Like, it's not an excuse. I mean, then they started buffing everything, power creep after power creep after power creep, and that would work if they made everything broken. Eventually everything would be balanced. Is that one senior quote from The Incredibles where it says like, when everyone's super, no one will be. And it's kind of the same thing to Overwatch, but instead of super, it's like, when everything is broken, no one will be. And that would work, don't get me wrong, that would work. Like, in Marvel Rivals is doing exactly that, and it's working perfectly. The game plays perfectly. But the difference between Marvel Rivals and Overwatch is that, while in Marvel Rivals, the characters are designed to be broken, they have designed, the abilities themselves are the broken part of the character, not necessarily the main damage. In Overwatch, it's the exact opposite. In Overwatch, they're buffing the numbers, while the abilities are not supposed to be broken. Can you imagine if Lucius Hemp or Lucius Boop, let's use Boop, it's a better example. Can you imagine if Lucius Boop did 100 damage? Well, it makes sense, right? But I feel like that's where the game is going. Like, imagine Genji the Flag to last forever, or to have like a meter. It doesn't make sense. Road Dogg having a meter on his drink does not make fucking sense. But they gotta make it strong, so they make it. And it doesn't fit well in the game because that's not how the heroes were originally designed for. And that's where Overwatch loses to Marvel Rivals on the make everything broken so no one is. It's just that Overwatch characters are not designed to be broken, they're designed to be balanced. That's not the type of game Overwatch is. Overwatch is like League of Legends, while Marvel Rivals is Dota. Marvel Rivals is designed to be a broken game with really strong characters. Every character feels good because every character feels stronger. Overwatch is not designed to be a broken game. It's designed to be balanced. If every character feels balanced, then the game is good. The thing is, Blizzard doesn't get that, and they keep power creeping the game. And that gets worse in 5v5. Now, the 5v5 versus 6v6 debate is getting old, let's be honest. They're already gonna make some tests, and I'll say right here, it's not gonna solve ton shit. It is just what it is. I don't think 5v5 versus 6v6 is an actual debate anymore. 6v6 was better, but 6v6 doesn't save the game. Because even if the game goes 6v6, the balance still needs to be good. And even when the balance is good, there's another point that I don't see a lot of people bringing out that kind of fucks up the whole 5v5 6v6 debate. Because it doesn't matter the format. If your game is a hero shooter, and your heroes don't have like a specific identity, the game is gonna be shit. And I guess you already know where I'm going with this. Hero design. Hero design, I think that's the main reason why I don't like Overwatch that much anymore. Because every hero is losing their identity. And part of that can go to 5v5, I guess. Like, Hanzo losing his headshot, although he got it back, was part of the 5v5 problem. But most of these heroes are not losing their identity because of that. Listen, just look at McCree. He used to have a flashbang. It was so simple. Like, explain to a new player, what the fuck does the new flashbang do against the old one? So, the new flashbang, it blows up, and affects you with a specific effect called hindered. While hindered, you can't move fast, you have slowness, and you can use any movement abilities. Plus, I think you can crouch, although Lucio can still use his amp, which... bah? I don't know if his speed is removed, but he can still point his finger up. Plus, it deals 70 damage, I think. Now, compare it to the old Nate. Compare it to the old Flash. You throw, it stuns, deals 15 damage. That's about it. It was just so much simpler. And it was so much more funny, too. I understand people dislike stuns. I also disliked stuns, but they were a necessary evil in the game. Because it was part of the heroes. Now, McCree just throws a flash that deals a bunch of damage. Because of, well, there is no stun, so they're gonna compensate with damage. Same goes for Mei. Her whole identity was she freezes people. That's her thing. She freezes people. And they did try to fix it. I don't know which season it was. They changed Mei, but then they reverted it because the fucking change was awful. And listen, it was so much simpler. Instead of dealing 1000 damage per second with her primary fire, she'll just freeze someone. Mostly the tanks. And that's where the magic was. That's why Mei was fun. Now she just freezes with her ultimate and deals massive damage, just like every other DPS. Then we also have Sombra. I understand people hated old Sombra. I completely understand that. And I know the new rework was well accepted. And I do like the rework too, in a competitive point, but not in the character point of view. Because old Sombra was fun, because she had an interaction that no other hero had. She disabled you. Like, she would make any character disabled for like 5 seconds or something. And that sounds broken, like you can't use your abilities during 5 seconds? That's so broken. Yeah, but she didn't have that much damage either. So, if she hacks you, and you're playing like Tracer, or McCree, or wherever, you still have the chance. Even without abilities, you still have the fucking chance to win the 1v1. Because she didn't have that much damage. And the fact that she didn't have that much damage was compensated with the invisibility and the get out of jail free card that was Translocator, old Translocator. She could just get out and get in like nothing happened, but on the other side, she wouldn't do that much damage, right? Now she deals a bunch of damage, and it's not that much either because they decided to nerf it, I'm pretty sure. The worst part is, she can't just teleport back to her Translocator. She throws it so you know where she goes. And invisibility is not like a cooldown anymore. It's not like an ability anymore. It's just a passive. Like, you can't make plays anymore. The cool thing about Sombra was you felt like you were the same character as in the cinematic. You had to time everything. You had to think of what's gonna be your next step. You had to outplay the enemies. That was so fucking fun. Now, Sombra is just go in, damage, go out. And even her hack is not as fun anymore, because just like, oh, I hack you, I'll deal extra damage, that's cool, I guess. Oh wait, I can also cancel ultimates and abilities while they're being used? Guess that's cool too, but just for like 1 second or half a second. It doesn't have the same feeling of, oh no, you're disabled, you're fucked now, you know? Then you also have characters like Doomfist, who got completely fucked. I appreciate that they still kept his like fighting game type of character. I do appreciate that, like at least that, you know. And I do appreciate that they made Venture to be like the new DPS Doom. And that's the main reason why I actually like Venture more than any other heroes, because they feel like an Overwatch 1 hero. They don't feel like an Overwatch 2 hero. That's what makes them special. Then, and these, don't get me wrong, this hero rework thing that removed the whole identity also happened in Overwatch 1. Look at Mass Res. Oh my fucking god. That shit was annoying, don't get me wrong, but it made Mercy feel cool. Now she's just a moth that can TP everywhere. Because instead of mass resing, she has insane mobility. And is way more annoying in my opinion. Instead of the nerfing mass res like an Adam Warlock style of ultimate, where they'll res with like 1 HP, like really low HP. No, they decided to change the res, making Moth meta, and now the current Mercy, which it's not that good anymore because DPS passive, I'm pretty sure. And you also have characters like Hanzo. I know people hate Scatter Hero. It one-shotted everyone. Damn, I'm pretty sure it one-shotted some things, no? But dude, it was his thing. You can just remove it and expect everyone to be cool with it. That's not how it works. Like, I think the new ability is cool. I like Storm Hero, don't get me wrong. But can we just agree that Scatter Hero was way more cool and it made you feel like you were in the fucking cinematic? And also, Storm Arrow is more broken sometimes than Scatter Arrow. Close range is not more broken, but long range? Dude, they're nerfing the one shot while they should be nerfing the Scatter Arrow. And don't get me wrong, Scatter Arrow wasn't balanced at all, but they could change some stuff to make it better. Road Dogg also lost his identity. Orisa kinda lost her bunker identity, which is not that bad of a thing to be honest. Bastion lost his identity. All these rework characters just lost who they were. I understand they reworked them for a better good, but is it really a better good when you make all heroes lose what made them special? But hey, it's like a wise dev team once said, even the best journey is hand, but a new one is right around the corner.